BDC, I hope you're sitting down, eyes peeled, ears open, and whether you want to or not, let me talk to you. What do we talk about? Well, who is Eli Drake? And why is he standing in this ring with these two men? Well, I'll tell you why. Because we got three men standing right here now who have a common bond. We're not three guys, three robots who are cut out in a factory. We're not superstars. We are professional wrestlers. And yeah, we got something to prove. I heard the call for a change. I answered it. BDC, I hope you're taking notes, because although I'm my own man, don't get lost in the sauce. Because these guys, whether you mess with them, you're messing with me. The smart money is not to mess with any of it, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Now, day after day, I've heard it. Everybody's upset that, how could you do that to your friend, Drew? How could you cost him the title shot? Stop crying, dummies. I made it abundantly clear. Drew Galloway, Eli Drake was furious. Eli Drake is not a creature of circumstance, but rather a creator of circumstance. And what is the circumstance I created? A circumstance that's advantageous to me. What that means is, yeah, Drew, you got me in the door and I wanted to show my appreciation, but you couldn't stop blabbing over and over, telling everybody to stand up, stand up. As far as I'm concerned, you can all sit down. Meanwhile, Mike is standing here nodding his head like the puppet he is. And now I gotta come out here and tell you my name is Eli Drake, because who'd have ever known, because Drew Galloway wanted to talk for me. But let's face it, I used the Rising, I used Drew Galloway for every little bit I could. And now as each of you look at me and you say, oh, what a jerk this guy. I'll tell you this, none of you are any different than me. You're all exactly like me. And I'll tell you how. Because each and every one of you have called into work sick when you've been perfectly healthy to go in. You've all got friends who you use because they get you things. And let's face it, ladies, a lot of you are here with guys that you're in relationships with just because they pay your bills. Meanwhile, you're dreaming about a guy like me. Drew Galloway gets your goat. There was something so simple as this, and so simple as this, I was able to take that last little breath out of the Rising and take that last little breath out of your championship hopes. But I'll tell you this, as long as Eli Drake is standing here breathing, you will never be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, not because you're not good enough, but because I won't let you. You gotta guess there's a lot of fingers being pointed at Eli Drake. Maybe Drew Galloway got hurt in the back last week, and everybody thinks that I had something to do with it. Well, I can tell you this. You never exactly know what you're getting with Eli Drake, but that's not an admission. But I will tell you this, Drew, if that was a taste, tonight it ends, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
Do you want to know exactly how the outcome feels or what I think about it or whatever? That's a great question. The outcome's exactly what I said it was going to be. Drew, you found the rise, you found the fall, and it all came from me. The fact is, by hook or by crook, Eli Drake comes out on top, and that's exactly how I told you it was going to be from the start.
Bound for Glory is only a few days away, Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's just got me thinking. The very first time I set foot in TNA, I told myself, if they don't give me heaven, I'm gonna raise hell. And if you look around, they haven't been giving me much of anything lately, so I've got to take it for myself, and that means I'm gonna be raising hell. And how am I gonna raise that hell? This Sunday, Bound for Glory, you happen to have Bound for Gold, which means 9 men, gauntlet match. The winner of that gauntlet match goes on to face the TNA Heavyweight Champion, whether that be EC3 or Drew Galloway. Really, to me, it doesn't make a difference who it is. Maybe it's a little sweeter if it's Drew Galloway, but I really couldn't care. Look around the field. You got 8 dummies and you got Eli Drake. Now, we're going to go right down the line. We got dummies here. We got dummies there. We got dummies everywhere. And I'm going to tell you about all those dummies right now. And if I call you a dummy, hey man, it's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. The monster Abyss. And Abyss, let me talk to you. Man, you'd have the opportunity to stand across and look at a man like Eli Drake. Now, even for a big, scary-looking guy for you, I understand that probably brings shivers down your spine, and I get that. You're the second man in the history of TNA to complete the Grand Slam of TNA. You've won so many championships, you completed the Grand Slam. That's incredible. But I'll put it to you like this. Lately, when I look at you and I look at the size of you and your teeth are falling out of your head, as far as I can tell, the only Grand Slam you had lately is straight from Denny's. Aiden O'Shea. First of all, I just want to say, this guy doesn't even belong on this stage. Who'd he beat? He beat no one. He shouldn't even be here. Besides, the guy's out here smoking his cigars, he's drinking, he's at the bar. If this loser can step away from the 12-ounce long enough to actually make it to the match, he might have a shred of a chance. Doubtful. Actually, on second thought, stay there. Drink those, tip them back as many as you can, because as far as I can tell, you're probably going to need the liquid courage to look a man like Eli Drake in the eyes. Jesse Goddard. Well, let me talk to you. You call yourself man's man. You call yourself Mr. Pectacular, which, by the way, that name just gives me douche chills every time I hear it. What also gives me douche chills is every time I see clips of you on Big Brother. You're around flexing and calling yourself an Adonis, and you got your body shaved and your hair preened and all this nonsense. Well, I'll tell you like this. Fun fact, Jesse Goddard used to be a train conductor when he was 19 years old. So Jesse, I want you to dig back into your past. Forget the cape that you wear to the ring. Forget all that crap. Grab your little train conductor suspenders, your train hat, drive that train straight into Charlotte, North Carolina, at Bound for Glory, Bound for Gold match, and basically do exactly what I know is going to happen, which is a train wreck when it comes to your chances of winning the Bound for Gold. Why? Because Eli Drake won't let you. Chris Melendez. How can you call a war hero a dummy? I'll tell you how. What you got to think about is, yeah, it's one thing to be in war when you got a gun in your hand, but can you still be a big man when you put the gun down and step in the six-sided ring? I'm not so sure of it. But Sunday we're going to find out if you got enough tingle in your loins to handle Eli Drake. Because as far as I'm concerned, Sarge, I'm the captain. Mr. Anderson. Let me talk to you, Kenny. Now, while you're standing there with that perpetually perplexed look on your face that makes you look like you were dropped on your head as an infant, wipe that look off your face, because if you're looking for a mic check, Eli Drake is your man. But the only twist to this mic check is as you're setting that mic check up, I'm going to kick you so hard, squaring your dumper, that I'm going to turn that brown hair back to bleach blonde. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Mahabali Shira, let me talk to you. Now, if you feel like you need to lose a couple pounds by making yourself sick, go ahead and look up She-Ra on Google, because what you're going to find is, yeah, after you sift through the innumerable amounts of Princess of Power from the 1980s, you're going to find a sickening video of everybody in TNA doing this She-Ra shuffle, all the way up to Dixie Carter. Well, I got to tell you, after I was done puking and wiping my mouth of all that nonsense, She-Ra, you got to think about something, man. I ain't here to dance. Eli Drake didn't come to Bound for Glory to dance. I'm going to be there that night while you're busy dancing. I'm going to be winning matches, and I'm going to be going on to face the TNA heavyweight champion, and there ain't anything you can do about it. So dance away, dummy. Tyrus, at 6'7" and nearly 400 pounds, you got a guy in there whose strength and size unmatched. And yeah, I've seen this guy. He's on Fox News. He's hanging out rubbing elbows with the heavyweight champion. But as far as I can tell, this cross-eyed half-wit has one thing to worry about. Because yeah, man, you're a big guy, you're strong, the whole thing. But think about it like this. I hope you got yourself in the best shape of your life. Because if you didn't, then Eli Drake is going to be running circles around your huffy-puffy ass. Robbie E. Well, let me talk to you. Charlotte, North Carolina, stock up with as much hair gel as you can possibly put in your stores, because this dummy Robbie E is coming to town. He's probably going to use all of it. And while I'm looking at him with his hair 3 foot in the air, wondering exactly how much oil is in it, I start to think to myself, if I stick his head in my gas tank, how many miles would I get out of it? But don't worry, Robbie, because when it comes down to it, whether I stick your head in the gas tank or whether I proceed to stick it straight up your dumper, the fact is, your chances of walking out as the #1 contender for the TNA Heavyweight Champion are pretty much nil as long as Eli Drake is in the Bound for Gold match.
Did you expect me to get anything else but a win? Let me talk to you. Looking at the sound guy, looking at this guy asking me questions, and this dumb camera guy here. Let me tell you, Jesse, I'm gonna put my water down real quick because it's kind of hard to hold things right now after whooping so much keister. But let me tell you, Jesse, I told you exactly how it was going to work out. You're Mr. Peacock and you're flexing around and whatnot. None of that meant a thing when you're standing across the ring from Eli Drake. Very much you can do about that, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. You want to know my thoughts on Micah? Well, I'll tell you like this. Let me talk to you. Micah, puppet that he is, you got to think about something right now. You talk about the future 4. As far as I can tell, it's the future 1, Eli Drake. And the other 3 goofs, hey man, they can be in the past for all I care. Micah, you drew the short straw, and now you got Eli Drake. And there really ain't much you can do about it, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Really, guys? I can't just get a second to come back here and relax? You got to come back here and ask me about Micah. Well, I'll tell you about Micah. I just got done beating him within an inch of his life. And I'll tell you this, that guy is probably crying his eyes out right now because he got a draw against Eli Drake. But man, he should be thanking his lucky stars that he got that much, because there's a good chance he could have become a permanent part of the mat in that ring. As far as the other guys in the future 4, Crimson, you run around here looking like Ronald McDonald, and that's fine and special, but whether you're 7 feet tall or 6 feet tall or an Oompa Loompa, doesn't really make a difference, because when it's Eli Drake that you're standing across in the middle of the ring, you've got one option, and that's 1, 2, 3. Jesse Goddard's, Mr. Pectacular, worst name I ever heard in my life. But I tell you what, chiseled out of stone, chiseled out of rock. Well, Eli Drake ain't no slouch himself, as you can see. So you got to look at it like this, guys. Future 4 comes down to future 1. And that's me, and that's not an insult. That's just a fact of life. You guys can get out of here. I got to relax. Now I've got a surprise waiting for this big, jacked up, cross-eyed half-wit named Mahabali Shira, because this idiot's going to expect me to come in and dance with him. But the only dancing I'm going to be doing, Mecca Lecca High, Mecca Hiney Ho, is straight onto the TNA heavyweight title. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. TNA title tournament is upon us, and if you take a look, the future 4 has become the future losers, and Eli Drake is standing exactly where he's supposed to be. He's standing at the top, and he's standing by himself. So Mahabali Shira, the Princess of Power, I tell you this, yeah, you're a great dancer, you're a strong guy, but put that together and it still doesn't negate the fact that you are 100% moron idiot. Fact is, Eli Drake stands at the top, and I want you to say it right, Eli Drake. Shira, you're in for a long night, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Let me talk to you. But hold on. Shh. You hear that? That's time. Time that's running out on Kevin Cross. The time that's going to run out on 2 things that Kevin Cross holds very dearly to himself. He holds very close his FSW heavyweight title and his undefeated streak. And in 24 short little hours, all that comes to an end, Kevin. So Kevin, you got 24 hours to enjoy that title, enjoy the undefeated streak. We're talking high rolling, we're talking high stakes, and the pressure ain't on me, man. You got everything to lose, I got everything to gain. And if you don't think about that now, and if you don't prepare for that now, and you just treat this like a regular match, Kevin, my man, you are in for a long, painful night, courtesy of Eli Drake.
So you're not busy tonight. We need an extra partner for the Wolves and LT Gray. So don't mess it up. Be out there. You can be with us. How's that sound?
Look, I saw what happened. I saw how he slapped your keister around just a few months ago, and that's fine. You two can make love. You can be the worst of enemies after the match is over. But tonight we win. You guys keep it together.
Or will it be Eli Drake? These two have something to say to each other before this match gets underway. A battle of heavyweights. A show of great respect from our fans in the Impact Zone to EC3. Listen to this, please. Eli wants everyone's attention.
You know what? Actually, hold on. I want to do that with you. All right, let's do that on 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Shut up, dummies. I'm talking now. Let me talk to you. EC3, let me introduce you to Eli Drake. Quiet down. Most of the time that I've been here in TNA Impact, you've been the heavyweight champion. Now, granted, you don't have that title around your waist today, but in my mind, that still kind of makes you the man. So I'll tell you this, there's something in me that just knows that I need to take that out because I need to make my mark as Eli Drake. Quiet down. Huh? Quiet down, dummies. I'm talking, I said.
EC3! EC3! EC3!
You better use your inside voices before I put all your keisters outside. Now, when I'm looking at you, there's something about you, after seeing you pretty much the golden boy here, there's something about that that just makes me sick. Because all you're doing is taking over the time that could be mine. Now, I understand, looking at me right now, that can be a little tough for you to swallow, because after all, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But what you can do and what you can do and what you can do is grab a little bit of honey, grab a little bit of lemon, because you're going to be drinking this tea for a long time, dummy. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
Yeah. Boom. Boom. Laughing at me. You're laughing at my face? Well, guess what? Now I'm the one laughing in your face. Ha ha ha! Ah! Now, if I were the two of you, I'd go find a dark hole, put yourselves in there, and don't come out. In the meantime, I got more important things to do, which is anything else but than to talk to you two dummies. And that's not an insult, that's just a fact of life. Yeah.
And when I came to Impact, I came here to collect gold. It starts here. Now, I know this is for the King of the Mountain title, but that's going to come soon enough. Then comes the tag team titles, even if I got to do it by myself. If I got to do sunset planchas like all those jumping J-Brones, I will win the X Division title. But guess what? That piece of art sitting next to you, that belongs to me. That's the Holy Grail, only you don't have to pray to God because you're looking at him. In the Church of Eli Drake, there's only one God. So if you've got enough tingle in your loins, tonight you'll be losing that title. It doesn't take more than about 5 seconds to look around the Impact Zone and see that the world is filled with dummies. Dummies here, dummies there, dummies everywhere. And our mission here is simple on Fact of Life. We're going to go down the line and we are going to name all the dummies. For example, Jeff Hardy, a guy who wants to flip off a scaffolding, not for titles, not for money, but to prove that he's extreme. Well, that's extremely stupid, so I say dummy. Dummy, yeah. Then you look at a guy like Drew Galloway, a guy who carries around a title belt and thinks he's special. I say dummy. Dummy, yeah. Welcome to Fact of Life, dummies. Dummy, yeah. Glasses, no lenses, dummy. Dummy, yeah. I see Robbie E. I see Jesse G. That's cute. I say dummy. Dummy, yeah. And as far as this goof, you had it made riding on the back of Eli Drake, but instead, you want to go with this greaseball? A guy who comes from a state that's a toilet bowl, the toilet of America, and he smells like it too. Now, meanwhile, if you could have maybe just hung around and carried your load, we could have been tag team champions. Think about it. To me, that tells me you are a dummy. Dummy, yeah. All the titles in the world will belong to Eli Drake, and it starts with King of the Mountain. But as far as I can tell, you could have reaped all the benefits, but you didn't, because the whole time you were standing behind me, I felt dummy. Dummy, yeah. I heard dummy. Dummy, yeah. I could even smell dummy. Dummy, yeah. So basically what I'm saying is you are 100% moron idiot. You are a loser. More importantly, you're a dummy. Dummy, yeah. That is coming out of my mouth, and if it's coming out of my mouth, it's the truth. It's not an insult. It's just a fact of life. Anybody with half a brain in their head, they know, and if you don't, you should. My name is Eli Drake. And as the official namer of dummies, tonight we're going to name some names, and if I happen to call you out, believe me, that's not an insult. That, quiet down, dummies, I say it. It's just a fact of life. Now, but if we rewind our minds a little bit in the infancy of 2016, it's been a what? Quiet down, dummy, I'm talking. Dummy, yeah. Matter of fact, this whole section up here. Dummy, yeah. Then I got this goof, this turd over here. Takes the cake, can't get out of his mom's basement. Dummy, yeah. Get a job, loser. Anyway, 2016 has been quite a year that things have gone on. People talk about they have power to make a real change. Now, I'm not talking about politics, I'm talking about Eli Drake. Because right here is power, and believe me, in my hands, this can change lives. And on the other side of the spectrum is a man who likes to talk crazy, but really he's a do-nothing loser. And that's my guest tonight. Please welcome future former King of the Mountain champion and FBI's Most Wanted Lookalike contest winner, Bram. Now look, I can see you looking at the case with those rusty wheels turning in your head right now, and I understand that.
What you need to understand is that briefcase right there, right? That's dangerous. But you ain't.
Well, see, and that's where you'd be wrong. Dummy, yeah. Yeah. Because here's where it goes down. I ain't looking to get inside that helter-skelter of a brain you got.
I don't think you should.
You're damn right. But when you want to talk about I'm not dangerous, look, man, I tell you right now, that's where you got it wrong again, because I'm the most dangerous man in your life right now. Because with something as simple as this, I can take that off you anytime I want. But don't get lost in the sauce. I'm not here for a confrontation. I'm here to make you a deal. I can give you the easy way, or I can give you the hard way. The hard way, obviously, is me coming out here, picking the bones, and walking away with that. The easy way is we can get that transaction cleared tonight, and you can save yourself the embarrassment, save yourself the humiliation, and hand that over to me now.
You want some of this? Yeah? Yeah? Here, go ahead, have some. Yeah, have it. Yeah, come on, let's have some. Hey, how about you? You good? Come on, get out of here, dummy. Go ahead, it's pretty good. Get out of here. You have some. There it is. There it is. There it is, you goof. The party. The party. Wake up, jerks. You're done.
Even when I'm being hunted, I'm always on the hunt. And that cross-eyed half-wit Bram found out firsthand. But now, Sunday at Slammiversary, Bram gets himself a rematch. And people have asked me, Eli Drake, do you think you can beat Bram? I said, huh? They said, do you think you can beat Bram? I said, yeah. I punched his ticket once. I will do it again. Done deal, pal. Well, I can't deny you guys are some freaks, and I mean that the nicest way possible.
Up next, my guest is the King of the Mountain
Can it, dummy? I'm talking now. Let me talk to you. You were so excited about 2 champions changing. You think it's going to be 3 for 3? It's not. But let's put it this way. What I am more than anything is the King of the Mountain champion, and Bram's not. But I'll tell you a couple things that Bram is. He is 100% moron idiot. He is a cross-eyed half-wit, and he is dummy, yeah. And I'll tell you this, Bram, if you're looking for the end of Eli Drake carrying this around, forever is a mighty long time, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. What we're looking at right now, we're not talking about deletions. We're not talking about 1%ers. What we're talking about is Eli Drake, yeah. Right now, I want everybody to take a look in this ring right now. What I'm looking at is dummy, yeah, When I say dummy, you say yeah, dummy, yeah. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to me. Dummy, yeah. Basically what I'm telling you, Drew, we're here, we're in the playoffs. It's the Bound for Glory playoffs. First round, EC3, you got me. Drew, your time's gonna come, but it ain't now. So I'm gonna need you to take a walk, because EC3 gonna lose when he see me. When I say dummy, you say yeah, dummy. Shut up, dummies, I wasn't talking to you, I'm talking to me. Yeah, you know, everywhere I go, I notice that it's dummies here, dummies there, dummies everywhere. Dummy, yeah. And every now and then I gotta go home and recharge, because after I've been whooping keister all over the United States and across the world, sometimes you gotta go home, go back to your roots, and get a little recharge, and that's exactly what I did. So I went back and I had a dinner with my father, couple of friends, and you know, my father makes these delicious mashed potatoes. They're so creamy, no chunks, they're great. So as my friend's enjoying these delicious mashed potatoes, he says, Mr. Drake, these mashed potatoes are delicious. Well, you know what he said to him? He said, yeah, because there are two things that we Drakes do, and that's make mashed potatoes and whip keister. Yeah. So I looked at my dad and I said, pass that gravy, Daddy, because I got to fuel this machine, go on, become the king of the mountain champion, and name all the dummies all over the place.
Dummy, yeah.
And that's exactly what I've done. But it doesn't seem like that's going over so well in the back because you got all these guys who've been here a long time. They see a guy like Eli Drake getting a little success, and it makes them a little bit chapped. So what I want to do is get a little insight, and let's go ahead and bring my guest for tonight, James Storm. Well, I'm glad you decided to walk it off instead of driving your stupid cooler down here. But look, quiet down, I'm talking. Jay Stowe, let me talk to you. Because right now I'm standing here as the king of the mountain champion, Eli Drake. Quiet down. Well, I'll tell you exactly why that is. Because this guy right there.
Dummy, yeah.
This girl right here.
Dummy, yeah.
That guy there.
Dummy, yeah.
How about that guy?
Dummy,
Looking like
yeah.
Charles Manson. What's wrong with him?
I see that you like hitting your little button right there a lot. Where I come from, we usually turn stuff like that into drinking games. So how about we do this? Every time you hit that button, we all take a drink.
It's that water jug. You're gonna boo water. Not surprising.
Dummy, yeah.
Because basically, you are an extension of them. And basically what they are, what you are.
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah. Now what I'm saying is you're standing here on the greatest talk show in television history. And let's go down the line because you got Johnny Carson.
Dummy, yeah.
You got David Letterman.
Dummy, yeah.
And let's go to the new crop, Jimmy Fallon.
Dummy, yeah.
Basically what I'm telling you, can you stop it? Basically what I'm telling you is you're standing now looking at the greatest television host in the history of television, Eli Drake. And as a matter of fact, I am king of the mountain champion. Where's your title? You like to come out here with your cute little cowboy hat and play dress up.
Dummy, yeah.
You like to get a DUI as you drive your cooler down here.
Dummy, yeah.
You drink so much beer, you look like these other goofs with your beer belly out here.
Dummy, yeah.
And basically what I'm telling you is, look, you're not the king of the mountain champion. You're not the heavyweight champion. Hell, you can't even take the knockouts championship.
Dummy, yeah.
Seems like everybody else is talking too much. The only one that should be talking is Eli Drake. Now that goes for EC3, that goes for Miracle, that even goes for Lashley. You guys want to make noise, but the fact is you're not the king of the mountain champion and you're not Eli Drake. And believe me, that goes for you too, James Storm, because after tonight, you're going to be crying crocodile tears and your crocodile beers.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but did I hear earlier Bobby Lashley's giant Ninja Turtle head say that he has beaten everybody that's here? Everybody in TNA has been beaten by that cross-eyed half-wit? Is that what I heard? Because if that's what I heard, then let me talk to you. Bobby, what you're looking at right now in these blue eyes, you're looking at the king of the mountain champion. You're looking at the namer of dummies.
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah. But Bobby, while you're looking to go around and start collecting titles like this is Pokemon Go, what you gotta realize is Eli Drake ain't playing any games. So you want to go ahead and put two titles against one? I like those odds. But you know what I like even more? The idea of being the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, X Division Champion, and the King of the Mountain Champion at the same time.
What I tell you about hitting that button right there? Didn't I say every time you hit that button, I'm just going to slap the piss out of you?
I wasn't even talking to you. I was calling for contenders, not a drunk.
I am a man. I brought you a beer out here last time, and you wouldn't even drink beer with me. But I'm a man, and I will bring you another, so there it is.
As a matter of fact, I think I reminded you once, I drink the sweet nectar of life, not this goofy beer.
All I'm asking for is one more chance.
You don't deserve another chance. I walked in champion, I walked out champion. You lose. I said no guests tonight. You don't deserve to be here in the first place. You don't deserve to be King of the Mountain Champion. What you deserve is to walk back up that ramp and forget this ever happened. Take your beer with you. You want a shot at this title? I don't ever want to see beer in your hand again. I don't ever want to see you drive that stupid cooler down here again. Matter of fact, I hear these people sing your stupid music, and I don't quite get it. Maybe I don't understand country music because I never like to drive a tractor and make love to my sister. It's just not my thing. I'd like to say good luck to you, because you're probably gonna need it.
Looking for blunt force trauma. The mountain champion.
Dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah. You want a taste? You got a taste. To the unassuming eyes, people are gonna look at you guys and they're gonna think this is a band of dummies. But don't get lost in the sauce. You dummies, with Eli Drake at the helm, you can be winners. Yeah, winners. Yeah, winners. Yeah. Who's going to be next to step up? Put all your selfishness aside. This is for me. Baron Dax, parlez-vous anglais? Because I don't know any of that French crap. But the ladies tell me you're a hell of a lover. But calm your pants, Pepe Le Pew. Tonight I need that big, angry French man. I need Frenchie. Angry Frenchie. Yeah. Shira is the pride of India. The pride of India, the pride of India. But tonight, he's proud to be drafted by Eli Drake, the proudest moment of your career. Now on 3, Eli Drake. 1, 2, 3, Eli Drake. Did somebody say one night only? Yeah. Did somebody say Eli Drake? Yeah. Did somebody say Earl Hebner? No. Eli Drake always wins, even when I lose. Now that might not make sense to a lot of you, and I get it. Why? Because dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah. Basically what I'm telling you is that even when I lose, I win. Why? Because most of you, the average people, you let life just wash over you like a wave. You take everything as it comes and you say, well, everything happens for a reason. Well, guess who doesn't do that? Eli Drake doesn't do that. Because what I do is I don't wait for opportunity to sit in my lap and then wonder why it doesn't come. No. What I do is I find the opportunity. Every fall, every possible failure, every loss presents opportunity. So what I do is even if there is an opportunity, I create my own opportunity. Now, when I win and I take advantage of these opportunities, I do it in my life professionally and I do it in my life personally. But tonight, we're talking about an intergender tag team match. There's this little Pop-Tart back there who just can't keep her eyes off Eli Drake. As a matter of fact, every time she looks at me, there's a twinkle in her eye that tells me there's a tingle in her loins. So without further delay, I want to go ahead and bring her down here so we can address the elephant in the room. Sienna, come on down here, mama. Now, ordinarily, I'd hold the ropes open for you, but I don't like to put girls up on a pedestal unless I'm looking up their skirts. But when she walked down here, did everybody just feel the temperature rise a little bit in this room? Yeah. There's a look in your eye that you got right now. Your lips are just salivating so much right now, and it just makes me wonder exactly what's going on in that pretty little head of yours.
If I told you what I really feel about you, they would never give me a microphone on television again.
Hold on, I see the swerve there. You hear that code? She's talking dirty right there. I like that. Woo!
Sienna, what's Eli Drake's favorite color?
I don't know, and I don't care.
It's red.
Why do you know that?
Oh, I've been watching, boy. I've been watching.
All right, so you're a creep. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Whether we're a match made in heaven or we're a match made in hell, I got to tell you, tonight, we are gonna be covered in a load of victory. Yeah. Moose. Moose. You hear moose, but when I look at him, all I'm thinking is dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Pay attention to something. I want you to really open up your ears. I want you to really open up your eyes and listen. When Moose talks, he's got there's a little something in his S's, maybe a lisp, something of that nature. Well, I tell you what, tonight, after he meets blunt force trauma, you ain't got to worry about that. I'm going to fix that lisp for him. He ain't going to be talking for a little bit of while. You know, there's a guy running around here right now, and they call him Moose. That's cute. I call him Dummy. Yeah, Dummy. Yeah, Dummy. Yeah, Dummy. Yeah. Moose, what I'm telling you is I see you come out here week after week. You got your cute little receiver's gloves, but tonight the only thing you're going to be receiving is the keister kicking of a lifetime. So what I'm looking at as this fat, doughy piece of trash walks down the ramp, dreaming of yesteryear in his glory days when he used to play on the gridiron. Basically what I'm telling you, Moose, it's one night only, and they ain't gonna be saying Moose. They ain't gonna be saying Moose. They ain't gonna be saying Moose. They're gonna be saying Eli Drake. Moose sucks, and tonight he's gonna find out blunt force trauma ain't no joke, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
Pipe down, dummy. I'm talking now. Let me talk to you. James Storm handed the opportunity of a lifetime, and what did he do? He fumbled at the damn goal line. Dummy, yeah, and he lost my King of the Mountain title. But let's go ahead and call it what it is. It's the Eli Drake title, because who made that title important? Eli Drake. You made history. You're picking up all these titles, including that one right there that belongs to me. And guess what? I'm going to take that one from you. Yeah. Matter of fact, if I want, I might take that one from you. Yeah, and I think I just might take that one from you. Yeah, now all you got to do is follow me out to that ring. And all you got to do then is pull that trigger.
If I seem just a little bit hot tonight, it's because I am. Rewind your mind. Just last week on the Live Impact, did you see Eli Drake? Yeah, neither did I. Then you go ahead and fast forward and they do this whole little video retrospective of James Storm where he's crying and whining. Oh, I tried so hard my whole life and I haven't had a title in 5 years. Oh, my mama didn't love me. Ooh. And then he came out here and he lost to Bobby Lashley when he should have been losing to Eli Drake in the rematch that I deserved. That brings me to tonight, because it wasn't too long ago, just a few minutes ago, that I saw Bobby Lashley back there and I said, Bobo, we gotta talk about this King of the Mountain title, because the greatest King of the Mountain champion was looking him in the eye and I could feel the shivers running down his spine. Meanwhile, he told me that he's got this big announcement, so he couldn't fight tonight. Well, Bobby, I want you to listen to me, because if you got an announcement, the only announcement should be, I, Bobby Lashley, ain't got enough tingle in my loins to face Eli Drake. Cut that stupid music. I didn't ask for you out here. If I wanted a cross-eyed half-wit, I'd ask for him. Yeah. Shut up, dummies, I'm talking. When it comes down to TNA management, here's what I'm saying. I can change my tune if somebody wants to walk on down and bring back my King of the Mountain title. That's about what I thought, because TNA management... Dummy, yeah. Yeah. When I say dummy, you say yeah. Dummy, yeah. I'm not talking to you dummies, I'm talking to me. Yeah, so that brings me to the X Division title, because next week there's going to be a new X Division champion crowned, and I see everybody's eyes on it. But as I look around here, it gets me wondering, you know, everybody always asks the same questions. Why are you going to be the X Division champion? Why are you going to be the X Division champion? Well, I'm not going to ask any of that boring crap. Instead, I'm going to ask exactly who you might think has absolutely no chance of becoming the X Division champion.
I'm going to win the X Division championship next week, and I'm going to be the one that puts everyone in your place.
Dummy. Yeah. All right, that's about enough.
Bobby Lashley, I got a little message for you. Sooner or later, somebody in this X Division is going to beat you, and that somebody is going to be DJZ.
Yeah, bro, he's gonna beat you. Dummy. Yeah. Look, let me tell you this. All that I've seen when I'm looking around here is, look, all of you are gonna have an awesome match next week. You're all great, you're all wonderful. It's gonna be 5 stars. You're gonna do flips all over the place. And guess what? There's gonna be a new X Division champion. Yippee, skippy. But let me put it like this. Anybody who's not named Eli Drake. Dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Andrews takes out everybody. Is Andrews the next X Division champion? Is Eli Drake about to fly? Oh yeah. Wait for it. Eli Drake has got the butt.
Dummy. Yeah. You, and you suck. You, and you suck. You, and you suck. Yeah. Let me talk to you. I'm out here hearing everybody running their mouth. Well, shut up, guys, because now you're looking at Eli Drake. So as I stand here tonight, I start to wonder, why am I standing here? Quiet down, Mama. Go home. I don't want to take you home, but you're a little too much for me, if you get what I'm saying. I got to wonder why I'm standing here tonight, and I'm not wrestling for that FSW heavyweight title. Why is that? Kevin Cross got a little, he got a little problem with that tingle. He didn't get enough tingle in his loins. Is that the deal? Because instead, I'm going to come out here, and it is a moment of truth. It's a moment of truth for Eli Drake to come out here and show everybody exactly why I am the future of wrestling, and why I am the future of this company, TNA, every company, and why I'm the future FSW heavyweight champion. Yeah. But meanwhile, I stand here, I'm surrounded by dummies. Yeah, dummies. Yeah. When I say dummy, you say yeah. Dummy. Yeah. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to me. But here's how it goes. Tonight, I'm waiting for some goof to walk down that ramp, and when he does, he's gonna get a little taste of blunt force trauma, and that's not an insult. It's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Eli Drake, you remember.
Cut the music. Cut the stupid music.
Do a cartwheel. There we go. That's agility, folks. That's what.
That was the fattest cartwheel on record. If there's one guy, especially by that pathetic display I just saw, if there's one guy that never ever belonged in a wrestling ring, it's this guy right here. Don't talk back, dummies. I talk. I said don't talk back, dummies. Yeah. I got a guest tonight who, while I'm bound for gold, this guy had a rocket shoved so far up his keister, I can't believe that he's not spitting out rocket fuel. Meanwhile, all he did is he lost his opportunity, and I'm not sure quite where he's headed. So let's go ahead and bring him out. You know him as the choke artist, Ethan Carter III.
All right, you can cut it now. Nobody needs to hear that stupid crap.
When Eli Drake walked down that ramp, I heard a roar I've never heard. And you know what that is? That's the undeniable Kavorka of Eli Drake. Something that my guest tonight has been trying to get for so long. He wants to be like Eli Drake. He's been trying, but he can't. Matter of fact, I've been looking at him, and he's got the shot to be the heavyweight champion. And he didn't quite make it, did you?
Well, Eli.
Dummy, yeah.
Well, Eli, the fact is...
Dummy, yeah. You blew it. Dummy, yeah. You choked. Dummy, yeah. I think you lost it.
Don't.
Press the button, Eli. Press that button so I can kick your ass. You know what my problem is with you? When I walked into this place, I was brought in as the third member of Three Idiots, The Rising, behind a mushmouth Drew Galloway and some guy named Micah. Well, guess what? He's not here anymore. And me, I'm standing in this position. I'm standing here bound for gold. But was I meant to be? No. Meanwhile, I log on to social media and I hear Eli Drake is not in EC3's league. But I'll tell you this right now. You've done a hell of a lot of stuff with what you've been given, but that's the key. It's what you've been given. Because you walked in here from day one, they put you on the elevator straight to the damn top. And Eli Drake has had to scrape and scratch and claw, and I've had to cheat, I've had to take opportunities, I've done what it needed to be to get to the top, to get to where and I'm still not there. Bottom line is, you're still top of the food chain here, and I'm way below you. I ain't blind to that. But I got to tell you this, if you think for a second that the amount that you've scratched and clawed is equal to mine, pal, you're not even in my league. And that's not an insult, that is just a fact of life. Now cut his mic, this show's over. Look at this dummy just waiting to hate. Meanwhile, all he's doing is making noise, and go ahead and make noise. But you might want to use your inside voice before I put your keister outside.
You said that since you've been here, you've earned everything, but I was given everything. Is that true, verbatim, what you said?
You're damn right, yeah. Because you've gotten to ride the elevator straight from the top. Meanwhile, I got to sit in the sewer and I had to climb up, and you talk about thousands of rungs up just to get miles still below you. But that's only in their minds because, like I said, pal, it's you who's not in my league.
You want so bad what I have. You want so bad what I've earned. I'll tell you what, I'm open. Earn it.
You see, where the problem is with that is I don't need what you've earned because I can bypass you. That's what Bound for Gold does. People say I'm bound for gold. They say he's got a chance to go get gold. Pal, I am gold.
You versus me, Bound for Gold on the line.
I tell you what, quiet down, dummies, I'm talking. I'm gonna pass the savings along to you and not deliver a keister kicking right to your front porch. That's the worst deal I would ever take. I'd have to be a complete dummy, yeah, to take that. It ain't happening.
There's a caveat to my offer. But if you defeat me, I will never challenge for a world title again.
Well, then I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll make history. We're gonna make it the biggest match you've ever seen. Because next week, it's going to be Eli Drake versus whomever the World Heavyweight Champion is, because I'm cashing in next week. So whether it's Bobby Lashley or Eddie Edwards, I'm taking the title home, and you'll still be Ethan Mid-Carter III because you'll never be the World Heavyweight Champion again as long as I'm holding it. Not because you're not good enough, but because I won't let you. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. But you know, I can't help but notice, the last few weeks I've noticed it. Every time I come out here, I hear people chanting, Eli Drake, Eli Drake. And you know what that is? That's the undeniable Kavorka of Eli Drake. But don't get lost in the sauce. Just because a room full of 40-year-old virgin nerds says my name doesn't make you cool. What it makes you is, dummy. Yeah.
If you're bound for gold, where does that leave a guy like EC3?
EC3. Well, I tell you what, if I'm bound for gold, EC3 is bound for the toilet. Dummy. Yeah. EC3 is bound for the dumpster. Dummy. Yeah. Look up wasted potential in Webster's dictionary. You got EC3. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah. You and me, we can do something, and next week we can make history. EC3 versus Eli Drake. And you can put that title shot that you just got on the line because you like to think that you're the man around here. And I got to tell you, maybe some people think you are, but I'll tell you why they think that, because each and every one of them, dummy. Yeah. Yeah. Thanksgiving is upon us. This idiot's getting his keister kicked. And while you're at home enjoying mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, and I assume you're passing that gravy, dummy, there's only one man who's got a voice that's a hit around here. And that's Eli Drake. Tonight, the #1 contendership is coming with me. Why? Because, dummy, yeah, dummy. Yeah, when I say dummy, you say yeah. Dummy, yeah. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to me. Dummy, yeah. Which means right now, I'm taking the world title shot. It's one night only, and there's one thing on my mind. Matter of fact, two. Tag team titles. Which means there's two men in my way. Matt Hardy, dummy, yeah. Jeff Hardy, dummy, yeah. Matter of fact, when I say dummy, you say yeah. Dummy, yeah. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to me. Yeah. 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 Shut up, dummies, I'm talking. Broken, obsolete, that's exactly what the Hardys are gonna be tonight when I delete the Hardys tag team reign. And I'll tell you this, what it means is you're looking at new tag team champions, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah.
So it's just
around here now, don't they? Because I think it's
about time that we all get out now and we bring the camera right over here. Grab him, white shirt. Bring him here now. Put him down.
Just take a knee.
I need you to do something for me right now. I need you to look in that camera and I need you to tell these people something because I've had enough.
You read it?
Say it, talk!
That is the last time you will hear those words.
Speed it up!
Statements will be made without the need for microphones. Steep penalties will be paid and extracted fully where Eli Drake deems fit, starting with the race for the case. To Impact Wrestling and its fans, I'm not sorry you did this to yourselves.
Say that again.
I'm not sorry you did this to yourselves.
One more time. I want meaning, feeling. Come here, come here, come here. I'm gonna put this in your face so you can say it. Come in, cameraman, catch this. Say it.
You did this to yourselves.
Who did it to themselves?
You did this to yourselves.
Who did it to themselves?
They did it to themselves.
Who did it to themselves? Huh?
They did it to
Oh, wait a second. You want to talk about somebody going crazy? That guy wants to touch me right here. I'll tell you this, man. Tyrus, when you come onto the fact of life and you think that you got a spot, you think that you got a chair to sit in, you got a desk to sit at, no, you got the wrong thing. Then you put your hands on me. Well, next week I'm going to put my hands on you, and it might not just be my hands. You might find yourself wrapped around a 32-inch bat, but you got to think about something. Just like happened to EC3, the same thing's going to happen to you. You're going to be laid out, you're going to be down on the ground, and I am going to pound you. I am going to beat you. I am going to beat every living breath out of you until you don't move anymore and until your career is over. You hear me? Good, I hope you do, because it's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Get out.
Tyrus, you want to come on the fact of life? You think you can just take over a show? You think you can put your hands on me on my show? Well, let me remind you of something. No matter how many times you find yourself on Fox News, you're not the star, I am. Because you got to remember, I am the official namer of dummies. And when I look at you, I see the biggest of them all, and I'm thinking, dummy, yeah. What you got to think about is right now, when I step in there, you wanted to come in and ruin my show, or right now, I got a first-class ticket to ruining you. And that's not an insult, that is just a fact of life.
But right now I have joining me Mr. AIP Eddie Edwards and his wife Alicia Edwards. Now Eddie, up next, you're going up against a pretty stout competitor. What you got?
Eli Drake, we've done this dance before, and we all know how it can.
Let me talk to you, Mr. AIP. Antonin is passed. That's why they have a new justice. Because the only thing going on tonight, one night only, is the night that you lay there, you count those lights. Yeah, Mama, you better stop looking at me like that. You got a twinkle in your eye that tells me there's a tingle in your look.
Settle down.
You better save that energy.
It's between me and you.
You better save that energy, because if you don't, I'm going to tell you right now, whip that keister in that ring, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah. Did you see that? Did you see what I saw out there? Did you see Eddie's woman? Did you see her gazing into my soul? She got lost in these baby blues. Eddie, you barely escaped. If not for that sweet little Pop-Tart out on the side. You got to believe me. You got to believe I caught her eye. I could see it. I could feel it. I damn sure could taste it. Something good. It felt good. It looked good. And I got it close enough. It smelled good. It smelled real good. So good that I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure, Eddie. I don't know when I'll see you again. I don't know when I'll see her again. But I'm going to make sure she gets the full experience of Eli Drake. And I'll tell you why. Because there's one real man in this game. There's one real man in Impact. There is one real Eli Drake, and it ain't you.
But up next, a match you won't want to miss. The Cowboy James Storm versus the namer of dummies, Eli Drake. I mean, what?
I got to tell you, just because you want to say namer of dummies, it don't make you cool. Calm down, Mama. Is this a little too much man for you? You ain't been through a sandwich like this. Yeah, let me talk to you. Right now, one night only, all you got to do is keep your eyes peeled, and I know you will, because we got James Storm. Jimmy, it's time to pay up. I think I owe you one. Matter of fact, I might owe you two. Bottom line is I'm going to take out as much as I want because it wasn't a long time ago, just a little while ago, you and I, we had a little something, a little problem, and I don't think it's been resolved. But tonight we just might do that. And I tell you like this, you feel that right now? I know you do. No, don't shake your head. You do. Don't deny it. It's an undeniable Kavorka, and if you pull that microphone away from me again, we are going to have a problem. James Storm, we have a problem, and tonight it gets solved because if one don't get you, the other one will, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
Eli Drake, Adonis, what are your thoughts about tonight's match between Moose and D'Angelo Williams?
Do you write these questions beforehand? Let me talk to you, dummy. See, if you guys would actually sit, craft some questions, think about it a little bit, maybe you could get something interesting out of the rest of these dummies who don't have 2 cents of brain going in their head.
None.
Now, D'Angelo, Moose, it's gonna be a rough night for you guys, but an easy night to just go ahead and take that running back because you got a couple of big linebackers coming right at you, and boom! Guess what? Guess what? Washed up? Yeah, you are. But now you're going to be run down, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah.
Here I am, handing out opportunities. Why? Because the man with the undeniable Kavorka is just standing here wondering if there's anybody with enough tingle in their loins to step up. Somebody unknown, somebody who can make a name for themselves tonight. It's kind of an open challenge, if you will. And guess what? Somebody's answered it. I think he calls himself Seeker. Now, that was kind of confusing to me at first. I thought about the Samoans, and I was thinking, wow, man, childhood dream come true. I get to stand toe-to-toe, face-to-face. They get to look in these baby blue eyes with the wild Samoans, right? Wrong. Turns out it's just some dummy here in Oklahoma. Well, guess what? Now that you're stepping up, you're trying to purchase that ticket. Train's pulling into the station. You hear it? But guess what? When it comes, I don't know if you got enough, man. You have enough for that fare? You have enough tingle in your loins to pull the money out of your pocket, pay up for that fare? I don't know that you do, because you're looking at a man who's a perpetual motion machine of you were looking at the namer of dummies. You were looking at the controller. You were looking at the man they call the Defiant One. You were looking at Eli Drake. Now, do you have what it takes to stand across that ring, come and pin my shoulders, 1, 2, 3, make me submit? Hell, you can even try and count me out. You think you can do it? All it takes is all you got. And all you got ain't enough to buy a ticket on the gravy train, dummy. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah. Get out of here, dummy. Bye-bye.
Make you wait for it.
That ain't for you to clap to. That's my own rhythm. Dummies, quiet down. I roll into here, I look around, and I see dummies everywhere. And if it ain't about the dummies, then they just don't care. Yeah. Huh? Quiet down, dummy. Because here's what we're doing. Standing here right now, Fire Lake Arena. You ain't ever seen a man like Eli Drake. Quiet down. And I'll tell you why. Because as I stand here, you can feel it. You can taste it. That's an undeniable Kavorka. She feels it. But calm down, lady. Don't get lost in the sauce. I was swiping through my favorite dating app here, and I happened to realize...
She's saying it.
I mean, there aren't a lot of potential suitors around here, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, come on.
I think y'all went over the weight limit, I'm just saying. I think there's about 3 teeth combined in every one of the people I've seen on the swipes. I said swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. Dummy, yeah. When I say dummy, you say yeah. Dummy, yeah. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to me. Dummy, yeah. So then I thought, well, if I can't give an opportunity to any of the local ladies around here, then I guess I can give an opportunity to one of these dummies in the back. If he's got enough tingle in his loins, he can walk on out here, look in these baby blue eyes, and he can say, please, Mr. Drake, give me an opportunity. Let me make a name. Let me make a name on the back of Eli Drake. Quiet down. I'm giving opportunities, and guess what? Some dummy took it. He took the opportunity, and guess what, man? All it takes is all you got. But all you got ain't enough to buy you a ticket on the gravy train, dummy, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah. Here I'm standing. Guess what? I won. Surprise, surprise, all in your eyes, dummies. That's what I do. I tell you what, I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna take this light. We're gonna take a walk. Come on. You don't wanna see you don't wanna miss my face. You can't not see it. I gotta show you something. Come here. Come here. You didn't know about this. Come here, look here. You still see the light on my face? Oh, yeah. I'm breaking the fourth wall right now. You don't talk, dummy. I'm talking to the camera. You see that? You see that? That's only gonna take you. Get the light on the face. That's just gonna take you to the bathroom. Where I tell you right now, that's where that kid spent the last 30 minutes before this match. Why? Just a little bit nervous. He said, what is that? I said, it might be doo-doo. Yeah. But meanwhile, he was looking for the exit. You see this? Locked. No way out. You got one way to go, and it's to get that ride. The doors are open. All aboard, dummies. The gravy train's pulling into the station right here, Fire Lake. And guess what? The lake was on fire. That lake was so on fire, everybody out there could feel it. Everybody out there could feel the heat resonating off that ring. Why? Because there's one man that gives you that feeling. There's one man that lights it up like that, and that's Eli Drake. And there ain't a man on this universe who can touch me, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. I don't give a goddamn about these dummies. Everybody, the champ's coming through. You can go and clear out, or you don't have to, because I'll clear you out my damn self. Champ's here. He ain't going to. Shut up, dummies. I'm talking. And you know what's going on? You know what the deal is, man? It's Eli Drake. They call me, they say the defiant one. Well, if that's what I got to be, that's exactly what I will be if I get to take home this. Yeah, I tell you what. There ain't a man on the planet. How, you want to be equal opportunity? There ain't a woman on the planet. There ain't a person on this earth who can touch Eli Drake. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. You smell that? What you gotta do? That's desperation. That's desperation from everybody around here trying to reach unreachable heights with their little T-Rex arms. Because I'm on another level. Let's just be honest. And tonight you got two dummies who are gonna work for that #1 contendership at Victory Road. Why? Because from day one, since I even sniffed this title, since I even looked at this title, Jim Cornette said, no, we can't have that there. Let's put everybody we can on him. Let's lead a trail of breadcrumbs right to Eli Drake's door, right? We're gonna put an X right on him. Drake marks the spot. No, dummies. Drake spots the marks, and tonight I spotted two of you, and we're both gonna be watching. That's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. All around the world, it's the same song. He's here, and see this? I gotta push it all in a cart because the weight of the champion is heavy. I gotta carry this burden, so let me talk to you. Here we are, all around the world. You can bring me from the U.S., you can bring me all the way over to the land of the rising sun here in Japan. It's Eli Drake, global champion, as sure as that sun rises in the east. And I tell you this, you got it right side up, you got it upside down, it doesn't matter because I'm turning the world upside down as this global champion, and there ain't nobody worldwide, globally, that can touch me. And that's not an insult, that is just a fact of life. Coming through with the champ, got a heavy load. This thing ain't going anywhere. Global, truly 100% global anywhere you take me. US, Mexico, Japan. Send me to, where do you want to send me next? I don't know, Cambodia. We're going all over the world, baby, yeah. Now we come to Bound for Glory where it all comes together, and we gotta find ourselves here in Ottawa, Ontario, with all those maple leaf syrup-sucking dummies. Yeah, guess what? Still, global champion. There's a global champion coming to town, Ottawa. Bring your maple leaves out there. Bound for Glory. I don't know who's walking in and trying to take this off me, but I know who's walking out. It's Eli Drake, and that's not an insult back. It's just a fact of life. What's that? Fact of life, yeah. All around the world, it's the same song. And in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, it ain't any different. Because everywhere I go, you got everybody from world-class athletes to cross-eyed halfwits trying to take this title off me. But no, it always ends up the same. It always ends up with one man carrying that title out with everybody saying, Eli Drake! 2 minutes ago, Johnny Impact walked out here. He had his hair green. He had his bedazzled sunglasses on. He walked out in his $3 jacket he got from the Goodwill Ladies Department. And made up with anything, because tonight, like I said, you ain't walking out with this. But I'll tell you this, The other guy standing in the ring, I don't know much about you, I'll be honest, Jack. But I will tell you this, what I do know about you, world-class athlete. What I do know about you, you held titles all over the world. What I do know about you, you got to listen like a 12-year-old, let's be honest.
Eli Drake, not afraid to go low.
Meanwhile, you stand here and you say, we the people. Well, while you're stuck with the Constitution, I'm going to go ahead and declare my independence right now. Because we hold these truths to be self-evident. And no matter what you do, no matter what you try, no man is created equal to Eli Drake. And that's not an insult back. Why down, brothers? It's just a fact of life. Now hit that music again.
Austin Aries, you go ahead and you walk down with your little banana, and that's cute. I appreciate that. But you want to talk about rematches? This is your first match. Why? Because I am still the recognized world champion. You think you beat me last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? Who cares when it happened? The bottom line is this. There's one man who's still the world champion here, and you're looking at him. So I tell you what, you enjoy carrying that belt around. Enjoy it, because tonight when you walk that aisle, I want to remind you of something. You've been all around the world. You've been picking up titles. You've been doing everything you can to make your name big, but don't get lost in the sauce, dummy. You've never looked at a guy like Eli Drake, and you don't understand. Nobody can stop this, because I can't stop. I can't stop the undeniable Kavorka. I can't stop being Eli Drake, and I can't stop being the champ, which means you're not, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. What's that? Title on the line tonight? Yeah. Why? Because it's one night only. Why? Because it's Eli Drake. And why? Because we are in California, my home. Now, Salinas ain't exactly my home. I live in LA. Everybody knows that. Because why? I moved there a long time ago because I knew there were going to be a few things that I like in my life. I like beautiful weather. I love beautiful women. And I love the idea that the stars are out at night. And the stars are out tonight, right here, one night only. And there's one star that I'm looking at taking, and it's that global world heavyweight title tonight. Austin Aries is going to have his own stars in his eyes when I walk out once again, 2 times. 1, 2, Eli Drake, world champion once again, because that's the only way it can go down. Now, Austin, you're going to try and stop that, but you can't. Not because you're good enough, but because I won't let you. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life, right?
I stand here, it's Greensboro, North Carolina. And I happen to know that traditionally this is known as Ric Flair country, am I correct? Well, that dummy's not here, but I am, yeah. So let me tell you like this, we're not going to hear any woos tonight. I said we're not going to hear any woos tonight. Do you want to know what we're going to hear? We're going to hear one thing, and it's going to be Eli Drake. And it might be followed by, yeah. But I got to tell you, just about 5 hours away from here, trying to vacation in the Outer Banks, I got a beautiful lady with me. And they said, hey, Eli Drake. I said, yeah, dummy. They said, dummy. And I said, yeah. They said, we need you to come over here. We need you to wrestle. I said, wrestle? You mean wrestle? They said, yeah. I said, yeah. Quiet down. I'm not talking to you. So I come over here. It's the biggest sea of toothless idiots I've ever seen in my life. By the way, thank you for the money and the merch sales. Appreciate it. But let me tell you like this. I come out here and I'm told that in a place where I feel like this is a place where you might find some real men. I feel like this is a place where I might find some real competition. A guy who might actually have a little bit of a tingle in his loins. Yeah. But then I hear I've got a male cheerleader on the other side of the ring. Huh? Maxton Ray, is that his name?
Axton Ray.
Axton Ray. Saxton Ray.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Axton Ray, he's going to come out here, he's going to go sis boom ba. Like that.
He's gonna do what?
He's going to ask you about the color shot, he's going to do it all. But at the end of the day, I got one thing for him. First class ticket on that gravy train. Yeah. 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 Quiet down, dummies. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Ashley Ray, and you got to listen because this is Eli Drake, and there ain't another one in the world, and that's not an insult. Quiet down, dummies. It's just a fact of life.
Let me talk to you.
There it is.
You know what? Quiet down, dummies. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me. You know, I can't wait to quit wrestling. I hate this crap. You know what I hate about wrestling? You know what I hate about wrestling? I said, you know what I hate about wrestling? I hate cute crap. I hate blow pops.
Sanjay, baby, he's got baby oil and he's putting it all over. What in the world are we watching?
I have no idea.
What the hell's the matter with you? That's what I'm talking about. Because you dummies,
Yeah.
You don't react to cute crap like that. You know what that makes you? Dummy.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah.
When I say dummy, you say yeah. Dummy.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to me.
He's talking to me.
But I'll tell you what, I'm going to give in tonight. I'm going to be cute myself. Because you know what? If there's one guy who understands, if there's one guy who has enough tingle in his loins to understand the dog style.
Oh my God.
It's Eli Drake. Right down. So I'll tell you what, here's what I want to do. I'm going to talk to the king of dog style. Oh, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm going to talk to the dog himself.
Oh my God.
What?
Get out of here.
I want to know right now if you're just a little bit stage frightened as you look across the ring at a guy like Eli Drake. That's about what I thought. Right now he's suffering from shrinkage, huge case of microphallus, and a little bit of wet willy because he saw a lot of oil go down there. So I'll tell you this right now. I got one more question for you. Are you going to be able to rise to the occasion right now, sir? I think what he said is he didn't have enough tingle in his loins to walk the walk with Eli Drake. I got to tell you, it's been a hellacious week just trying to get here to bar wrestling. Everything and every person that could get in my way tried to get in my way. But you don't understand. I got to get to bar wrestling. Let's go ahead and rewind back to Tuesday. Tuesday, I'm driving my beautiful Corvette down the street, backing out of this driveway unbeknownst to me, around... Huh? Shut up, dummies, I'm talking. Unbeknownst to me, this RAV4 comes, they back right out of the driveway, smash right into my fender, smash right into my wheel, car's totaled. I called my insurance agent. I said, hey, dummy. He said, dummy. I said, yeah. He said, huh? I said, yeah. I said, my car's totaled. What can you do for me? He said, well, Mr. Drake, what I can do for you is I can take care of the claim. And do you need a rental car? I said, you don't understand. I got to get to bar wrestling. Fast forward to Wednesday. My agent calls me. He says, hey, why don't we meet Thursday night? We'll have dinner. I want to talk about some upcoming projects. I said, dummy. He said, dummy. I said, yeah. I said, I'm busy Thursday night. I can't do that. He said, busy with what? I said, don't worry about it, dummy. I said, you don't understand. I got to get to bar wrestling. Moving on to Thursday. Here we are today. Just a couple hours ago. I'm going to speak frankly here. I was making sweet love to this sweet lady when I realized I wasn't anywhere close to the finish line, but it was time to get on the road. So unfortunately, I said, baby, I'm sorry, I gotta go. She said, baby, not right now. I got up, I said, you don't understand. I got to get to bar wrestling. And now, here I stand, I'm at bar wrestling. I stand here, a king standing tall amongst a sea of basement-dwelling virgins. I get to stand here tonight, and I'm going to stand right here in this corner, and in that corner you're going to have the Hurricane. But there's just one issue. So you remember that lady from before? Just before I came out here, she sent me a text message. She said, when that show's over, she said, win, lose, or draw, I need you to smack it. I said, yeah. She said, I need you to flip it. I said, yeah. She said, I need you to rub it down. I said, hey now. So what I'm telling the Hurricane is right now, I'm going to have to get this keister kicking real done, real quick, because after that, after I take care of this business, I got to take care of that business. And that's not an insult. Yeah, it's just a fact of life. Yeah.
It ain't any secret, I ain't gonna lie here. Anybody who checks my social media, you're gonna know I've tagged with this guy for a long time. I'm boys with these two guys over here. We're cool. Big three, right? But I'll put it to you like this. Right now, you're standing here because, I mean, I don't want to disrespect your lady, but let's be honest, she left something out. You're talking about two guys right now that make up natural selection. Yeah. Yeah. That's enough. But I'll put it to you like this. I'm going to do something a little different tonight. Something I've never done before. Calm down, dummies. I'm going to put this night in a song. Natural selection is in the house. It's Brian Cage and Eli Drake. Right now, everybody feel free to raise a glass, cause after this show I'm gonna get some ass. Yeah, it's at the Caborca, dummies. When I look across this ring, I think, man, cause I look at these guys and I say, dummy, yeah. Matter of fact, when I say dummy, you say, yeah, dummy, dummy. All right, that's enough. Okay. This is a gunfight and you brought a knife, but that's not an insult, that's a fact of life. Yeah.
Eli Drake. You think I'm gonna let you come in here and just stunt on me like that and I'm not gonna have a reply? Normally I'm in the worst town, but tonight I'm not. It's a party here at Bootleg, so let's all take a shot. Tonight it's Watson the best, so I wouldn't want to be you, but we all live in SoCal, so can I get an SCU?
Don't do that. Everybody came to see Cage and Drag, and this match is gonna be so good, so good, so good. Everybody came to see Cage and Drag, and this match is gonna be so good, so good, so good. Everybody came to see Cage and Drag, and this match is gonna be so good, so good, so good.
Everybody came to see Watson Sky, and this match is gonna be so good, so good, so good.
Cage and Drake,
Watts and Sky,
Cage and Drake,
Watts and Sky,
Cage and Drake,
Watts and Sky,
Watts and Drake.
Watts and Sky.
You know, the issue isn't with hardcore wrestling. The issue is with Impact Wrestling. And as usual, you don't understand. You don't understand. And as a matter of fact, Tommy Dreamer, you don't understand. I stand here right now and I come to think, man, maybe I should apologize for the way that I made Tommy Dreamer feel, because apparently I struck a nerve. Apparently he felt a little something from the words that I was saying. Something just pierced his soul just right. Well, guess what, man? I wasn't even talking about you. I wasn't talking to you. But what I can tell about you, man, that's a weak ego right there. That's a soft ego. That's a man who thinks that he's going to stand up to a real man, who thinks he's going to stand up to a man and a half, the top dog in this business, Eli Drake. But I tell you this, I already sent Abyss's career to the graveyard. And tonight, man, it's almost that time, because yours is going right to the retirement home. After the retirement home, got a coffin outside waiting for you. We can bury that career 6 feet deep, dummy. Yeah, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Let me talk to you. One night only, they call it new beginnings, right? What's the last of the dying breed? It's Eli Drake. And what's on the menu tonight? World title? Yeah, I can feel it. Hell, I can taste it. Johnny Impact, you've been running around with this title for a good long time. You got the bullseye on your keister, and guess what? Tonight I'm holding the gun. So now we come into here, we roll right into Hazleton, and start contemplating. You see this? It's the Eli Drake logo. That's the Eli Drake logo. That's the Eli Drake logo. Soon you're gonna see that everywhere on this earth. Why? Because you're looking at the new Impact Wrestling World Champion. It can go no other way. But you know what? I got an idea. Why don't you join me? Special, one night only, fact of life, where we can name all the dummies. You can join me in naming a few. I will give you that privilege. And then I will give you the privilege of dumping you on your head with that first-class ticket. Got one right for you. Nobody else but you, brother, got your name on it. Johnny Impact, taking that ride, because as you lay there and you see, you have no choice but to lay there on that track, and you see that train coming at you, and what can you do but leave a scream of terror out of your mouth as that train comes and it runs you over? You can do nothing but let go of that title. Watch it leave your hands as you have zero control, because there is nothing that can stop me. I can't stop me. I can't stop being Eli Drake, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Let me talk to you. If everybody opens the book of Eli and they turn through the pages, they see the commandment that says, "Thou shalt not raise thy hand toward Eli Drake." And if you noticed early in that match, what did Eddie do? He raised that hand. He got the wrong idea. When you sin against me, I come crashing down. I come down on you like something you've never seen before. And guess what? Now Kenny, a meeting of the minds between Kenny and Eddie Edwards. But don't get it mistaken. Don't get lost in that sauce. Because as I stand here right now, Eddie, I'm telling you, I'm not angry at you. I don't have a problem with you. What this is tonight, I'm taking you by the hand. I'm showing you the way, personally, one-on-one, face-to-face, me and you. I'm gonna take you by the hand, and I'm going to show you how hardcore makes you an absolute loser. Loser! Because right now, when I'm standing here, I am wrestling. Nobody else can touch me. Nobody else can touch what I do. Nobody else can stop the gravy train. I can't stop the gravy train. I can't stop the undeniable Kavorka. She can feel it, but most importantly, I can't stop being Eli Drake. And tonight you're gonna find out exactly what I'm talking about, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. You don't understand!
Admit it!
Because right here we stand with an opportunity. That's exactly what we talked about for a long time, didn't we? Getting back to tag team gold, right? Well,
Take a swig.
Drake and Edwards, attorneys at law. Why? Because we've been laying down the law to everybody that steps in the path. Why? Because we have it in us. We have it in our destiny right in front of us. We have that shot at that tag team gold, and guess what? Lucha Brothers. Lucha Brothers. Lucha Brothers.
Lucha Brothers.
Ain't nobody got the hot sauce like we got. I'll tell you this, we've been hot saucing all over Impact, and I tell you like this, here we go tonight. Everything I said coming to fruition. Everything you've done, everything we've done. All right, Kenny, fine. Everything we've all done is coming to fruition, and you're looking at new tag team champs. What do you say? Hell yeah.
Let's do this. We are the three best friends.
Rebellion looks like we're having a three-way. Look at this crap. Let me talk to you. It's Carlito, the pride of Puerto Rico. And if that's the best you got to offer, then it ain't no wonder this place looks like an absolute dump. Because here I am, Eli Drake, the pride of California, the pride of Maryland, hell, the pride of the entire United States, including Puerto Rico. Because after tonight, after Carlito looks into these blue eyes, he's got to figure out, man, do I have enough tingle in my loins to go toe-to-toe, to look in the eyes of Eli Drake? And I'm not really sure that you do. And what that means is after tonight, I'm going to be the adopted son of Puerto Rico. El Hijo de Puerto Rico. Eli Drake. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it, Carlito. Now that is cool, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
It's Wednesday night. Tomorrow it's Thursday. A lot of people gotta work, but you don't understand. We got to get to bar wrestling, where the kisses are hers and his, three's company too. We got trios all night, three's his company. I got the man here, I got the machine, I got Brian Cage. Yeah. Now hold on, take it easy on this guy. He's feeling a little self-conscious tonight. Because the name of our team is the Body Guys. I didn't name it. There's two body guys here, and I mean, he's feeling a little, he's just scared to take his, oh, there he is. Now he's showing up. Is this a body guy right here? I think I see a fucking body guy here in Ryan Taylor. But you got to understand, if you got a trio team that's going to go all the way to the top, you got to have one thing. You got to have the last of a dying breed. You got to have the name of dummies. You got to have Eli Drake. Yeah. But then I think about it, and tonight we got a team who calls themselves the Real Deal. Andy Brown, Willie Mack, D'Lo Brown. Gonna be the real deal now. But there ain't nobody realer than the three of us standing here. So I tell you what, go ahead and bring their fat asses out here because we have something for them. And that's not an insult, that is just a fact of life. It ain't a secret, anybody who knows, standing in this ring right now, the first, the current incarnation of the Heritage Champion, the first was this guy, Eli Drake. So let's go ahead and walk down history lane here, because not only was I the first Heritage Champion, but I was the man who was flanked by none other than Percy Pringle, living legend. Yeah, but let's look at something right now, because right now what we got, I get this feeling where I'm just like, you know what? There's something old, there's something new, and when I get that feeling, I feel like I need to come home. So here I am at home, and when I come home, I thought I heard James Storm out here mentioning the name Eli Drake. And I can't help but wonder, I've only been in the NWA for a minute now. Here's Dave Marquez. He comes out here every time there's something to do with the NWA, and he says, "Welcome to NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I'd like to bring out the newest signee of the NWA." Well, here he is. And James Storm, I've spent a cup of coffee so far in the NWA, and somehow I seem to be the one on your mind. I seem to be the one in front of the gun. But here's the cool thing about being the one in front of the gun. The one in front of the gun lives forever. And what that means here is, man, you gotta focus on what you're doing. You gotta focus on keeping that title. I see you got all your difficult opponents out here. You don't need to come barking up this tree, because with this dog, you ain't gotta worry about the bark. Hell, you ain't even gotta worry about the bite. All you gotta worry about is that gravy train, dummy. Yeah. So I'm gonna put it to you like this. Everybody looks at James Storm and they think, man, that's a real man right there. He gets loud, he gets intense. But I tell you what, if he doesn't use his inside voice, I'm gonna have to put his ass outside. Because as far as I can tell, when I look at James Storm, he kind of reminds me of a Roomba.
A Roomba?
Yeah, because he pretty much, he keeps going until he hits a wall, then he goes somewhere else, and the entire time he sucks. Here's what you gotta figure out. See, I ain't looking at James Storm. The guy's gotta pay attention to the fact that he's got the national championship, but what I'm looking at right now is that man right there. I'm looking at Nick Aldis, I'm looking at Sweet Charlotte, I'm looking at 10 pounds of gold. Because when I came here, when I came to the NWA, clap for me. I was kidding, stop clapping. When I came to the NWA, I said, look, I got one mission, I got one thing only, it ain't personal, it's all business. What I want is that 10 pounds of gold, and here's why. Because sometime soon, don't blink on the NWA, don't blink on me. Why? Because sometime soon, you don't know when it's gonna happen. People are gonna ask, who's the champ? And there's gonna be one answer. It's Eli Drake. I step here, I walk into Atlanta, and I look around, man, and it doesn't take a scientist to look around this place, and you can tell there's something different about this place. There's something just a little bit different that just gives you a different feeling, because everywhere you look in the wrestling business today, you got a bunch of children running around in this business. But you come here to the NWA, you got men. You got grown men. Men who want to be the best. Men who want to be champions. And I'm going to put it to you like this. You look around, you see a couple guys carrying gold belts. You look at James Storm. You look at Nick Aldis. Well, here's what I'm telling you. I've been up and down these roads, crisscrossing all over for 16 years, and I can tell you this. Each and every one of you with a belt, keep your eyes open, because I'm coming for you. Because my time has come and my time is now. So when I say it's that time, you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be walking out with that title, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. No. Let me talk to you. Because you got these guys over here hemming and hawing. You got everybody wondering, why isn't Camille talking? Wait, does she want to talk and she's not talking? Does she not want to talk? Is maybe Nick Aldis keeping her from talking? And I really don't give a good goddamn, and I'll tell you why. Because it ain't about the why, it's about the what. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is maybe Nick Aldis has in his mind that maybe a little bit of truth might come out of those lips if he lets her loose. So he's got a real tight cap on that. Because let's be honest, she knows, and he knows that if she came out here and unleashed the words that could come out of that mouth, she might just say that there is one man, there is one and only real man who is breathing down Nick Aldis' neck. There's one man who's picking his spot. There's one man who can, one man who will take the 10 pounds of gold.
Question mark! Question mark! Question mark! Question mark!
No. Well, you want to worry about question marks? I'm going to give you an exclamation. Because right now, the only name in her mind is Eli Drake.
You're gonna have to excuse the voice, but I ain't worried about that, because when I talk. I do what I want. So let me put it to you like this. With Into the Fire in our rearview mirror, I figured so was that speed bump Ken Anderson. But nah, still in front of me, Ken Anderson decided to come and make some noise on my back. And in that time, he wanted to give me a mic check on the chair. He wanted to stick my head in a chair, put me up against the post. Cool, man. Because tonight, I'm still standing. I'm still here. So Kenny, what I'm telling you right now, no blind sides, no BS. As a matter of fact, what I'm saying is no disqualification. Kenny, you want to make noise, make noise. Only come on out and get your ticket punched by courtesy of Eli Drake.
Now, David Marquez, do you use a credit card when you go pump your gas?
At times, yes.
Okay, now when you go pump your gas, you know at the end of it, it asks you, do you want a receipt, yes or no? Now, did you know that if you don't make a choice there, anybody else can come up and just pump your gas when you walk away? Now, you know what I'm talking about, because right here, right now, the NWA is the hottest thing going today. And the hottest thing in it, the hottest thing in the NWA, you're looking at it. What's my name? And what I'm telling you is that means that there's a bunch of people back there trying to run off my back. I don't care who the champion is. I am the man that shines in this company. Now, Ken Anderson got to find out firsthand. He got to be a speed bump in the road. He tried to come out here and he wanted to pump my gas. No. You don't pump my gas. Dave Marquez, I don't know if you heard it before this camera started up. When we walked out here, I heard everybody saying, but tonight, you're looking at the Cowboy here, you're looking at Eli Drake here, but what I feel is some fever here, because what NWA's been all about is catching lightning in a bottle, and I think it might happen again when we crown Ricky Morton new NWA World Champion. Well, hold on one second, because I gotta tell you, I heard Nick Aldis come out here. He's always spewing his little whiny tales about everything he's gotta go through. And I'm gonna tell you like this, he talked about all the sharks, all the snakes when he first came to America. Like he had some bad impression coming here. And a lot of people would say, America, love it or leave it. But I don't say that. I don't say that at all, Nick Aldis. As a matter of fact, what I say is stay here. Don't go anywhere. Make your home here. Get your citizenship, because now, till the end of your life, I want you to stand right here so that Ricky Morton, myself, James Storm, Tim Storm, Mama Storm, Thunderstorm, Sandstorm, hell, Dave Marquez can all give you 100% grade A American ass tickets for the rest of your God-given life.
He's ready to party. Merry Christmas indeed. Oh.
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. David Marquez, excuse me one second. Don't you go anywhere. I know you hate when this happens. Don't you leave. You get so hot about it. Yeah. Everybody! I got to tell you, Christmas time is here again. Yeah. And what that means is we got a new year coming around the corner, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Now with 2020 coming along, it's a new decade. Yeah. It's a new year. Yeah. And what that means for me is new goals. Yeah. But I ain't one to make New Year's resolutions. What I believe in is, brother, New Year. You want a swig?
I'm working.
Yeah, so am I. New year, new goals, and guess what I'm looking at? Goals? What's that sound like? Gold. Yeah! I tell you, look at something. Cameraman, make sure you get this. You see these shoes on my feet here? Go ahead and get down and get them. These right here are the shoes of a champion. This jacket right here, shoes of a champion. So I got to tell you. Wait, did I say shoes of a champion? Yeah! Oh boy! I'll put it to you like this. 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 32-on-1, 102-on-1. I got it all night, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life, right? Yeah!